What's good, y'all? Welcome to is this episode 5 of the
Is it
Positionless
episode 5?
podcast. I believe it is episode 5. All right, but today we're going to be doing top 15 forwards in the league, and that means small forwards and power forwards. So
Yep. Just be clear, we are not basing it off last year, but we are projecting into this year.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I keep forgetting to mention that when I'm saying.
Yep.
But today I got a quiz for you. He's going to be guessing these players by their stats from last year. I'm just doing offensive stats, and he's got 3 hints.
Okay.
5 guys for you.
Interesting.
First guy I got for you, 19.4 points, 13.7 rebounds, 8.2 assists, 59% from the field, 38% from 3.
19, 8, and 6?
19,
Sounds
13,
like
and
Sengun.
8.
No, he didn't average that much rebounds.
Not Sengun. This was an
Demontis
easy one.
Sabonis?
Yeah, it's a bonus.
Yeah. 13 rebounds is a lot of rebounds.
Hell yeah, it is. I mean, he
And 8
had a great
assists,
year
too.
last year.
If it's not Jokic, it's got to be Sengun or Sabonis.
That's facts. That one wasn't easy. They're going to get progressively harder for you.
Okay.
Um,
Start off with a warm-up.
I had some good hints for him, though, but, it's
Okay,
all right.
that's fine.
Next one I got for you, 26.4 points, 4.5 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 45% from the field, and 40% from 3.
40% from 3, 26, 4, and
5.
Kyrie Irving?
No.
No, okay.
You need a hint?
40% from 3 and 46% from the field.
45% from the field.
It's a score. 45% from the field. 26 points a game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's not coming right off
Want a hint?
rip. I'll take one hint.
Son of an NBA player.
It's the son of an NBA player. Is it Steph Curry?
It is Stephen Curry.
Okay,
Yes,
I
sir.
thought he would average more points, but
You would think so. Even that field goal percentage has been like insane before. It's been like 45%.
yeah.
Like on like 12 attempts a game. It's ridiculous. But now last year, it's not an off year. Obviously, it's 11 attempts from 3. 40% is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he shot.
I should have got that right off the rip, but
No, I mean it's not that easy. Next one I got for you, 18 points flat, 2.7 rebounds a game, 6.5 assists, 45% from the field, 37% from 3.
18, 2, and 5.
18 to 6.5.
Okay, so he's a guard.
45%, 37%.
Guard that averaged around 18 and 6.5 assists. Kobe White averaged 19. It's not him. The 6 assists is what's getting me.
You need a
D'Angelo
hint?
Russell?
Not D'Angelo.
I'll take a hint.
Son of an NBA player.
Okay, another son.
This one's kind of obscure, though. I knew it from some random stuff, but you might not know that he's actually son of an NBA player.
Yeah, give me another hint.
Went to Vanderbilt.
You went to Vanderbilt?
Yes, sir.
Wow, they just beat Alabama over the weekend.
I know.
Did you
I
see
had to
that
shout him
college
out.
football game?
Crazy. They tore down the goalpost and carried it like 5 miles to a river and chucked it in.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
For
All right,
real.
18, 2, and 6.5. And can you tell me the percentages again?
45% from the field, 37% from 3.
So he's not the most
pretty
efficient
average,
player.
I'd say.
Yeah, it's straight up average.
You want your third hint?
Let me think for a second.
It's a good one.
So it's not an all-star guy. Definitely a little bit below all-star.
Mhm.
6.5 assists. I don't think CJ
Yes, sir.
McCollum was getting that many assists because I know
Wasn't CJ. I'm pretty sure he's close to that, though.
because he was like the main ball handler there last year.
Not CJ.
I figured it wasn't CJ. Anthony Simons?
No, sir.
Yeah,
Not a bad
wait,
guess
I
either.
forgot you said it was a son of an NBA player.
Yeah.
Is this last hint gonna give it away?
Not
gonna
at all.
try to get
It's
one more.
another good hint, but
One more off before I go for the last hint.
remember he went to Vanderbilt, too. You know?
Vanderbilt, yeah, I just can't think of anybody that went to Vanderbilt. Vandy. 6.5 assists.
You lost.
Yeah, give me the last hint.
3-time Tennessee Mr. Basketball. No, I'm messing with you. That's not
I was about to say who the hell.
He was though, but obviously you're
That
not
does
gonna
not
know.
give me
Yeah.
shit.
Top 5 pick in 2019.
In 2019.
Doesn't give it away. But
2019. I'm trying to. So that was the year before Zion. I'm trying to think. Top 5 pick in 2019.
yep.
If I can think, I need to think of that draft class. Um, After Lonzo, before Zion. Shit, I don't want to strike out here.
Hey, brother, it's all right if you don't
Top
know.
5 pick from Vanderbilt.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I should know this one.
I
So
can
so
give
from
you
2019.
a last hint if you need it.
So 20. So it's going to his like 6th year. Ooh. So he must have got a contract recently.
I don't know.
Shit. From Vanderbilt. I'm drawing blanks here. Do you have a last hint?
I'll give you another hint. You mentioned he's probably a below all-star guy. One-time all-star. It was not last year.
So he probably had a better year. All-star replacement, fucking guard. Darius Garland. I forgot he went to
fucking Garland.
Vanderbilt.
His
Fuck.
dad, Winston Garland.
I did not know that shit. I did not
He
know.
played back in the day, I'm pretty sure. Dude, I know this from like 2K, the NBA eras type thing, dude.
Yeah, once you said Vanderbilt, I should have got it, but that did not come to mind.
I don't blame you, dude. That was pretty hard. Next one I got for you, 19.6 points, 5.2 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 43% from the field, 33% from three.
Not a very efficient player last year.
No,
43%, 33%. Can you say that stat line again?
19.6, 5.2 rebounds, 3.5 assists.
Okay, so he's definitely a forward who shot very inefficiently, but he shot the ball a decent amount. Was it Jalen Green? I know he's not.
Damn,
forward.
dude, yeah, it was
It
Jalen
was
Green.
okay.
Fuck, I thought that one was going to be a little bit tougher for you.
That was a good pull.
It was
tough.
a damn good pull. Next one I got for you, very similar stat line, very different player. 19.6 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 43% from the field, 37% from three.
It is very similar. He shot the 3 ball a little bit better.
I'm kind of proving a point here a little bit though with this pick because I'd say he's considered a much better player.
So he's considered a much better player than Jalen Green.
And that's not your first hint, but
Can you say the stat line again? Just the points, rebounds, and assists.
19.6 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.6 assists.
So a little bit less rebounds actually.
43 and 37.
Not very efficient from the field, but a good 3-point shooter. Yeah, give me that first hint.
Was traded on draft night,
Straight on draft night.
which is also a hint for Sabonis. You know, these hints were supposed to kind of have themes together, but you didn't need most of them. So.
I did not know Sabonis was traded on draft night, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said he's considered much better than Jalen Green, but
I mean,
so I'm guessing they're the same, cause yeah, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. It is guard like, forward like.
tweener, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, what's another hint?
2-time NCAA champ.
2-time double MCA champ, traded on draft night, and
The last hint kind of gives it away, so let's see what you can do. Throw out a guess or something.
okay, yeah, I haven't guessed anyone yet. No one's coming to mind. 19, 4 and 3, 43%, 37%.
And, you know, I did choose to leave defensive stats out for a reason.
Okay, so yeah, just the offensive stats are a little something. You said he's considered a much better player. Is he though? Like,
I would say he's a much better, like, not much better. He's not, like, all NBA or anything like that, but he's definitely the better player.
shit, man.
A lot higher value.
Higher value. Nothing's coming
a
to
lot
mind right
high value. Very high value.
now. OG Anunoby?
Nope.
Mikal Bridges?
Mikal Bridges.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that stat line makes sense because he was in Brooklyn last year.
It does. I mean, when the last 20 games he played in Brooklyn, when he first got traded, he was averaging like 26 points on his
Yeah.
crazy efficiency. He did struggle a bit last year, but just wanted to compare those two players a little bit for you.
I guess just because he's just like so much taller, I guess he'd get more rebounds.
No, dude. Last episode, I was saying Jalen Green's going to average 6 rebounds next year, and you're like, no way. Absolutely not. He averaged 5 rebounds last year. What makes you say he can't get another one?
Is he just not that type of player to go and get rebounds?
He is,
you know?
though, bro. You just don't watch him.
I guess we'll see. But was that the last player?
That was the last player for you. The last hint was traded for KD, so that was kind of
that would have gave it away. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy I got a guess off. I probably should have guessed before that, but
no, I think you did a pretty damn good job for the context that you had.
it's a good quiz.
Facts.
All right.
You want to
before we get into our list, let's get into this GM survey. I want to see.
Facts.
So they asked so many questions. I want to see if you can guess what some of the GM said for some of these answers.
I did read it, so I might have. I don't remember all of it, of course. Of course, I remember Reed Shepard though.
Yeah,
banging mustache coming out, shocking.
I did say I thought he was the best rookie coming in. He should have been the first.
That was after
pick.
you watched him in the summer league. I've been saying that from the very start.
Rissachar balled out yesterday though.
Fuck Rissachar, dude.
7 for 9, 3 for 5 from 3.
Honestly, I didn't watch it. I didn't even hear about that, but that's pretty damn good. I mean,
he didn't start.
It is preseason,
which was a little surprising, but who do you think they said was the most underrated player acquisition in free agency this year? I've got the top 3.
I remember Hartenstein being on there.
He was tied for number 3 with Tyus Jones.
I know Caruso's on there.
He was number 1. Okay,
it's the other one that I can't remember because I did read it, but
this team very much needed this player.
Very much needed this player.
Oh,
KCP.
Yeah,
KCP.
Yes,
sir.
Who do you think? Which team's level of success this season is the toughest to predict?
I remember this one. It's the Lakers.
Yep.
The Rockets.
Yep.
Which, I mean, I do agree with them there because I do think the Rockets could be anywhere from like a 12 seed to like an 8 seed.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe higher, but probably not.
The West is so good, but
it is.
It is tough to predict.
But who's that third team? It's not the Nets.
No, this team's a good team. They're also in the West.
Mavericks?
No, not the Mavericks.
Nuggets?
We know what we're getting from those teams. This
Yeah,
team
you're
hasn't proven anything yet. We'll probably talk about them later.
Damn, I don't know. Give it to me.
It's the Pelicans.
Okay. I actually do respect that.
Because they did bring in DeJounte, obviously, and we'll talk about him later with
Zion on this list.
Yeah. All right. If you were starting a franchise today,
Wemby.
who was 2 and 3? Wemby got 77%, which is a little bit low for me. Shea and
you said 77% is low.
It should be around 90.
It's Shea.
Shea, but who's 3?
Luka. It's got to be Luka.
It's not Luka, which was surprising. It was Jokic, yeah.
Hey, you guys know I said it in the guards list. I'll take Shea over Luka. I'm just surprised the GMs agree with me, brother.
Yeah.
They agree with me on 2 things so far. Reed Shepard and Shea.
And last, what team made the best overall moves this offseason? The top 3.
It's got to be the Knicks.
They're 3.
3?
Yep.
That's crazy. I mean, they made some huge moves.
They made a lot of moves.
Definitely the Thunder.
Thunder's number 1.
Because getting Caruso and getting rid of Josh Giddey in the same move without giving up a fucking first-round pick is...
They finessed us.
Bulls suck, but...
They finessed us. Number 2, big player acquisition.
Paul George.
Yep.
For the Sixers.
Yep. All right, so you did read all of it.
I didn't think I would remember all of it, though.
But, yeah, do you want to get into our list?
I'm down to get into the list. I mean...
Top 15 forward rankings projecting for next season. I think you said you were going to do 20. I have honorable mentions on my list, but I've got
a good amount in here that I ranked. We did have JJJ, like... We weren't sure where to put him.
We were going back and forth.
Because Zach Edey is on the Grizzlies now. I don't know if he's going to start the season at center or not. I mean,
he started the preseason game, and he looked
did.
pretty damn good.
I saw that one lob highlight. I haven't watched any preseason yet, but he does look pretty good out there. I just don't know. If maybe they want to close. Like, I don't think.
We also made this list before the preseason games even started.
That's facts.
So we did put him at center. He is a center.
Okay, he was on my list. I'll tell y'all where I would have put him.
And also Cat.
Yeah, of course.
He
Cat's
played
a
power
center
forward
now.
last year, but
he'll probably play.
He's starting the season at the center.
I agree. He'll probably close some games at power forward, but Maybe not actually. I mean, he'll definitely get some forward minutes, but he's a center to me now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do our honorable mentions first?
Yeah. So who's the lowest guy on your list?
Lowest guy on my list. I guess I'll start at 20 because I do have 22 and 23, which is DeMar and Chris Middleton. Sorry, guys.
Chris Middleton did not get any mention from me. He's good.
So
But.
my number 20 would be Franz Wagner.
Okay, yeah, I didn't put Franz here. He didn't get a mention. Obviously, I really like him, but the lowest guy on my list, what would this be? 21 is Draymond.
I didn't even think about Draymond if I'm keeping it a buck.
But these are just mentions. I didn't even rank my mentions, but I'll just rattle off the guys. DeRozan, Randall, Anunoby, Bridges, Brandon Ingram, and Zach LaVine.
Okay. I'll talk about some of the rest of my guys here. You said Brandon Ingram and Randall. I agree with. I also got Zach LaVine on here and Jalen Williams.
So J-Dub did not make your list.
No, he did not make my list. As efficient and good as I think he is, I honestly think he might be taking a backseat role to Chet next year, dude. Chet looks ridiculous. He might really be their second option, and I know J-Dub's got the skill and the talent, but I'm going to take these other guys above him. For also defensive reasons, I mean, that's the majority of the people that I have right above him are really good defenders, and everybody else above him is just better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start off with my number 15. It's a combination of OG and Mikal.
You can't do that.
I'm doing it. They're the 15.
Pick
I
one.
couldn't pick one. So
Who's the better player?
I mean, it's tough, dude. I think Mikal's going to give you a little bit more offensively, and I think OG's going to give you a little bit more defensively. I think OG can guard fucking centers, and Mikal can't. But Mikal can handle the ball.
OG can guard centers. Come on now.
I've seen him guard centers. What do you mean?
Who?
He can do it.
Okay, so
last year, look into his B-ball index, positions guarded pie chart, dude. Like he guarded some centers last year. He can guard big men. OG can guard big men.
He can guard big men, but that's like Justin.
I think he's a little bit more. I think he's a little bit more versatile.
So you got OG at 15?
I got OG and Mikal at 15 because, as I said,
Okay,
Mikal can give you a little bit more offensively, where OG is a little bit more versatile defensively. Apologize for the cat, y'all, but
okay. I mean I think J-Dub's just a better player than both of them.
I mean, I don't hate it, but
you wanted to get the Knicks some love.
Kinda, but I just think I'm taking them over them. I'm taking those two, obviously not together, but I'm taking both of them over J-Dub if I want to win a championship right now.
Okay. I mean, I can't argue that. They're better defenders.
Yeah.
But, J-Dub was my 15. We know what J-Dub. I do agree what you said. He might take a little backseat, but
that's why I can't.
At the same time, he's still going to
project he's going to be.
He's still going to be – he might even be more efficient if Chet is, actually doing more off the dribble and creating open shots for him.
I don't know how you can even get more efficient than he was last year.
Exactly. The guy's a beast. But I want to hear your 14.
My 14?
Yeah.
So my 14 would be Evan Mobley.
Okay.
I'm just hoping for him to take that offensive step. Obviously, the defense is so good. I gotta put him on a list like this. I wanted to put him higher, but he's just not a two-way guy like basically every single other person on this list is. And
you don't think so?
Not yet. I do. I hope that he takes an offensive step, but I'm not going to project it for this year because their team's a little bit. I don't love the fit of that roster personally, so I don't see how he's going to thrive there. But I do respect the talent, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did take a jump. Who do you have at 14?
No, in preseason last night he was being aggressive, but obviously it's just preseason. But
I gotta watch that game back because I would love to see that from Evan Mobley.
Shot 14 shots in 19 minutes, 9 for 14.
That's pretty damn
Bulls,
good.
So.
Any threes?
I don't. He took like 2 threes, I think.
Okay.
But it was preseason against the Bulls.
I mean, 2 threes in 20 minutes is damn good for Evan Mobley. I don't even
14.
care if he made him.
I don't care if I get killed for this. This is a guy you might have a lot higher.
Who you got?
I got Kawhi Leonard.
Damn. You're hating on Kawhi. I have him like
we don't know.
Way higher.
This guy's not going to come into the season starting. He's not starting the lineup, but he's not starting the season healthy.
I mean, I project the Clippers to be bad, but like when Kawhi's healthy, he's still fucking Kawhi.
But the thing is, he's not starting the season healthy. There's literally no timetable for his return. And
Yeah.
obviously, when he is healthy, he is Kawhi Leonard. But I really just don't know what I'm going to see out of him this year.
I get it.
I don't know how many games he's going to play.
He could just take the year off because they
The
ain't got
Clippers
nothing
are
going
ass.
on in LA. Yeah.
Yeah, like I wanted to put him higher, but there's just so much questions around him. And how much is he going to play? How much is he really going to try this year? So
I just feel like you got to respect who Kawhi is, though. He's played injured before, and he's still looked okay.
he doesn't
Obviously,
want to play injured this
no,
year.
he doesn't, and I respect him for doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, when he is on the court, he's top 10 forward in the league easily.
Just the thing is, I can't count on him this year.
I get it. I mean, I respect it, but I don't agree.
Okay.
Do you want to start off with your? Are we at 13 now?
Yeah, 13, I've got Jimmy. Jimmy G buckets.
Okay, that's still low for me, honestly.
I mean, he's 35. He's
I
going
think he's-
into a contract year.
That's what I'm saying. He's going into a contract here. He's about
And
to
he's
hoop
gonna
out.
he's gonna have a great season for the Heat to make it like in the playoffs and out of the play-in.
He ain't have no crazy haircut at media day this year, bro. He locked in.
So he could be taking it a little bit more serious.
Pat Riley on his ass.
Is he
locked
stupidly
in.
locked in though?
He locked in, fam.
But no, I've got him 13. Just the guys above him.
I mean, I got
Jimmy's the number one guy on this team, so it's like he's got a lot of responsibility, and I don't think his team's gonna make it out of the play-in. He hasn't put up more than 23 a game since he was in Minnesota.
I mean, I got a few guys above him, but
Who's your 13?
so I do want to say if JJJ was on my list, I'd slot him right here above Evan Mobley, and then it would go up from there. So OG and Mikal would have dropped off.
But we have him
But-
at center.
Now at my number 13, I got Lauri Markkinen.
That is low for Laurie.
I mean, again, I just don't think he's a two-way guy like that.
Yeah.
Of course, he's a pretty damn good defender, but
He
everybody
is.
else I got above him is two-way. They gonna provide it on both ends of the court. 8 threes a game last year on 40%. The rest of his offensive game is great as well. I mean, he's not so great off the dribble, shooting wise. Like his catch and shoot numbers are ridiculous, and he takes a high volume of those. But
I've got him a lot higher.
I don't hate it. I mean, I just got to put some respect on those guys that have proven to me that they are them boys. And I mean, of course, Laurie has as well. A 6'11" shooter who can get you off the bounce sometimes is kind of ridiculous.
He will take you off the dribble, yeah.
Yeah, he will, but he's just not as good as his catch and shoot game. But
Obviously not.
he is a two-way guy in a sense. I just don't think he's quite good on both ends of the floor, like balanced as everybody else I have above him.
Well, I've got him a lot higher. I'll talk about him later. But
Okay, you want to...
yeah, number 12, I've got PG.
You're hating on the old guys, bro.
I'm projecting into the next season.
Okay,
I think
talk to me.
I think he is going to have one of his most efficient years.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to need to be handling the ball as much and creating for himself.
Focus on defense.
He's not the same defender he was even 3 years ago. I mean, he's a good defender. He's not no great defender anymore.
I wouldn't say he's great, but like...
Yeah, he'll be able to focus on it more because he can take some pressure off
He's
with
probably
Embiid and
going to be
Maxey.
guarding their best wings, every team's best player. What other better defender than they have? Caleb Martin?
Yeah, no,
No.
you're right. He's gonna have the assignment.
And I think he's going to be all right.
He's gonna be all right. Yeah, he's not gonna be great.
I mean, like, he's going to be all right guarding those guys. He's still going to look good guarding the best players in the league. He can lock up.
Yeah, no, but just the guys I have above him. I mean,
I don't hate it, but I just think you got to put some respect on those players that have came out and done it every single year.
This is not no all-time rankings. This
I know
is
it's not
going
all
into the
time
next year.
It's just like,
What player would I rather have in my team?
I get that.
And
It's
who
just
do I think is gonna be better?
when they've consistently been who they are for so long, it's hard for me to project that they're not going to be that guy.
No, I'm not saying he's not gonna be that guy.
I'm just saying not going to be the guy that I've seen him be for
He's gonna
a
be the third
decade.
option, and that's a perfect role for where he is right now.
Yeah.
It's his best chance to win a championship.
I'll say I think with this Philly team, the best parts of Paul George is going to be on display. So I think that team does kind of cover up a lot of his age.
Perfect fit.
I
like
don't
I
know. I
said.
got him a bit higher.
Who's your 13?
Number 13, that's where I have Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
Um, made that Indiana defense look. It went from horrible to like formidable. Like it was actually average when it was one of the worst defenses in the league before he got there. And he should thrive in that elite offense next to Tyrese, like Pascal. But I just don't think he's as elite as some of these other guys above him.
Yeah, I've got him at 11.
Okay.
He's always been a consistent player for them the last 5-6 years, and he's still like in his prime.
Okay.
And like you said, after he got traded last year, he showed that he can be a very impactful defender for that team
Mm-hmm.
and a secondary guy to like he might be like the only guy on that team to really like go get his own bucket. You know, Tyrese isn't like I'm gonna go get my own.
That's
Like,
facts. He does go out there and get his buckets too.
Yeah,
Drive in
Pascal.
the paint, spin.
Yeah, no, his post game is good. We saw in the playoffs, like against the Knicks, he was hitting those turnaround middies, like he just couldn't miss. Like
Facts. His midi game is like stupid for no reason.
yeah, so very impactful defender for that team. He's been a consistent player, so I've got him at 11.
Okay. Did I give my 12 or did I give my 11 before?
Yeah, your 12 was Pascal, yeah.
Okay. My 11 is Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
I think he's gonna need to prove it this year, as we said, for a contract.
He has to.
I am really not sure what to expect from him, but I do still think he's a top 10 forward in the league. He's carried teams through the playoffs. I think he's going to bring it in the regular season this year. He's not just going to take it off because I think Pat Riley's on his ass.
How much do you think he's really going to average, though?
I mean, it's not about counting stats. I'm talking about impact.
Impact, yeah.
But, like,
He's always been an impactful player for the Heat. That's why.
I mean, I think he'll probably average like 24.
24?
Yeah.
Bro hasn't averaged 24 since Chicago. Maybe.
That's you're trolling, bro. I'm looking up Jimmy Butler's stats right now.
I was looking at it when I made this list. I mean, I don't think he's really much of a bucket getter like that until
Jimmy
the
G
playoffs
buckets
come around.
and the G stands for gets.
Until the playoffs come around. But I mean, yeah, he's gonna have to do it in the regular season. I just don't think he has it anymore. He's 35 years old.
I mean, you're right. He's literally never averaged 24 before. I mean, he averaged 23.9 in his final season in
Chicago.
And, okay, 22.
22.
He's averaged 22 literally the year before last. Probably, I'll give him 22, 5 and 4.
And we know what he brings on defense. For
Exactly.
Sure.
And he's just, as we said, an impact player. He does command attention. He's still Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
You got to guard him.
For sure. But the reason I had PG and Pascal above him, I just think they're better.
I mean, I got PG above him. I haven't named PG yet.
Okay. Did you just give your 11? That was Jimmy?
Yes. Jimmy is my 11.
Okay. So I'll give my 10. That's where I had Mobley.
Okay.
I've
little
got
bit
Mobley
high
a lot
for
higher
me.
than you had him at 15, right?
Yeah.
I just think
Well, 14.
14. Yeah, you had OG and Mikal at 15.
OG and Mikal. Yeah.
But no,
Don't worry about
Mobley, he's just so good of a defender. He was like top 3 in Defense Player of the Year 2 years ago. And last year, I mean, yeah, Wemby's going to win that award every year. But
fucking 4 blocks a game.
Yeah.
Easy.
But Mobley still averaged like 16 points a game last year. If he is a little bit more aggressive, he can be averaging 18, 19, 10, and 2 blocks a game. And he's not even playing his real position, like we said. I think he thrives best at the center.
That's
Obviously,
why I
that
got him ranked so low.
doesn't really like matter in terms of the rankings, but
I mean, it does because I don't think he's thriving next to another center.
I still just got to give respect to that defense.
I respect it. Just not a two-way guy like I think everyone else is.
You don't think
basically.
he's a two-way guy?
I mean,
no,
16
he's not
points is
going
nice,
getting his
but, like,
buckets on offense.
That's what I mean. He can't create.
He is probably the worst. He is the worst offensive player on this list.
That's
for
why I
sure.
got him at 15.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't say he's the best defensive player. I mean, he's probably up there, actually. Let me stop.
Second best.
I mean, I'd give him top 5 without thinking about it.
He's the second best defensive player on this list.
I got OG and Mikal on my list.
They're not a better defender than Mobley.
Probably not, no. But he's probably top 3, maybe.
Number 2.
Nah, brother. You going to put him over guys like Kawhi and PG already? I mean,
In this point in their career,
Scotty
yeah.
Barnes is a damn good defender.
He ain't no Mobley.
All right, brother. I'll as I said, I'll give him top three without really diving into it. I'd have to really look into some shit. But um,
So Mobley was my
what
10.
your 10? Number 10 is where I have Paul George.
Okay.
Um, are we on 10? Did I give?
No, 10 was Mobley for me. So yeah, Paul George.
Okay. Paul George at my 10. I messed up what I was writing here, but it should be easy for him to slide into that role on the Sixers.
For sure.
Counting stats might drop a bit, but the efficiency is going to be there, and I think he's going to bring it on the defensive end. He's going to be very important for that Sixers defense. I think he's going to set the tone.
Yeah, I mean, that is true that he's going to be able to focus more of his energy on defense.
Yeah.
So I agree with you there.
So you want me to give my number 9?
Yeah, who's your 9?
Number 9, that's where I got Kawhi. Still think he might be injured a little bit, but
There's literally no timetable on his return. That's what scares me.
I have no clue what the injury is. So I'm gonna,
His knee is cooked.
brother. Lonzo's
knee is
knee
tender.
was
It
cooked.
just got-
Lonzo's knee was cooked, and
He was
now
out
he's
for 2
back on the
years.
court. He's back on the court.
He has a whole new knee.
That is true. I did see that, which is ridiculous that he's still playing professional basketball.
Yeah.
But I think if the Clippers want a chance to not be trash, they need Kawhi to come in and play decent basketball. And I think Kawhi can still be that hooper for you. I can't project what this injury is or how it's going to affect his game because I literally don't know what the injury is.
Exactly.
So I'm being modest with a 9 for Kawhi because he could be much higher. But still, he is Kawhi Leonard. I got to respect him putting him there. I can't put some of those guys
You know, when
above him.
Kawhi's healthy, that man's a killer. I can't deny that.
And I mean,
But he's not.
you don't know that. You're not a doctor. You're not in the room with Kawhi Leonard. You're not on the Clippers organization.
What we've seen from the past 3 years.
Last year he was hooping.
And then what happened in the playoffs?
That's the playoffs, bro. We're not projecting last year's playoffs. We're projecting the regular season.
And I know he's not starting the regular season, so I don't even know if he's going to play.
He might not be starting it, but I do think he will play, and I do think he's going to look good.
I hope so, because when he is playing, he's a joy to watch. But number 9 is where I had Scotty B.
Okay.
Great player.
Hell
Going
yeah.
into his 4th year. Had a breakout 28 and 6 last year on good efficiency.
Facts.
And he's got the best team around him that he's ever had. I wanted to put him higher, but I think 9's a great spot for him.
I mean, I got him at 8.
Who's your 9? Oh, you just...
Kawhi was my
Kawhi's
9.
your 9, yeah.
Scotty Barnes my 8. He's going to guard 1 through 5 for you, and he's going to look great as a playmaker next year with some shooters next to him. Grady Dick, great shooter. IQ, damn good shooter. And I think he's going to have, quote unquote, a breakout year. I think his counting stats are going to take a jump. He might be. I think he averaged 16 last year.
He averaged 20.
Did he average 20 last year?
Yeah.
I thought he averaged less. I mean, I was about to say I think he's going to average like 20 to 22 points a game with a little bit more space on the floor. He's going to be the primary ball handler, in my opinion. He should be.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have RJ out there, who he's a good cutter. He can get to the rim and get good looks. I think he's going to look good, making some plays and getting to the basket and guarding 1 through 5, whoever you need him to.
Yeah,
So I
no,
got him at
Scotty's a
8.
great player. 8, I've got this guy a lot higher than you do. Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah.
I think it's just because he's on the Jazz. He doesn't really get the credit he deserves.
I mean,
bro's a 7-footer who can shoot the lights out. Obviously his perimeter defense isn't amazing, but it's good for a 7-footer.
yeah.
He's not a shot blocker or anything, but he's a good defender.
I think I'm a little bit lower on marketing. And I'm not going to say empty stats at all because it's not empty stats. I just think I've never seen him in winning basketball playing good. I've never seen him play winning basketball.
He's never had a chance to be
Well,
honest.
let me not say winning basketball because it's not like Scotty's out here winning either. But
I mean, I think if you put Laurie on a team like, I don't know, if he did get traded to the Warriors,
that'd be nice.
he'd average 28 a game.
I don't know about 28 a game. That's kind of ridiculous. But
I mean, with the gravity of Steph Curry coming off those screens, Lauri Markkanen,
he's great. And
best one of the best. big
Maybe
man
I am
shooters
a
in
little
the
bit
league.
low on him. I mean, I love Laurie, though. I'm not going to say I don't think he can thrive in a winning situation.
You don't think so?
No, I'm not saying. I said I'm not going to say that, but I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, no,
And
that's fair,
There's some
but-
guys where it's like I got to see it to believe it. Scotty Barnes, I think he can do that pretty much regardless.
I
And
think Markkinen's way more of a plug-and-play player, though. Barnes, you got to have the team
I
built
agree.
around him.
I agree with you there.
Laurie,
I
you
do.
put him on any
But
team in
like
the
we
league,
saw,
and
we
he's
saw
balling.
Laurie on other teams, and he wasn't that fucking good. Like on the Cavs. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, when he went to, it was crazy because he averaged
Yeah.
13 when he was on the Cavs, and the year he went to
Average 26.
Jazz. Yeah, exactly, because they
I
gave him the
agree.
opportunity.
It's
and
a
they put
little
him in the
bit
spot
weird
to
to me
thrive.
though. Like I get its
He did it
opportunity.
2 years in a row too.
I mean,
It's
even
not-
on
it's
the
not
Bulls,
fake.
the Bulls gave up on him. He was averaging 18 as a sophomore. He was pretty fucking good
Jim
looking.
Boylan's the worst coach of all time, bro. Wouldn't give him any touches.
I don't know. I guess I kind of have something in my head that's kind of holding me back on Laurie.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like-
only 2 years, but
I don't know. I do
think it's 'cause
respect
he's
him
on the
that high.
Jazz.
I just can't put him above some of those other guys. It might be because he's on the Jazz. It's not empty stats, but it's just a little bit questionable for me.
So did you give your 8?
Yeah, my 8 was Scotty Barnes.
Who's your 7?
My 7, I wanted to bump higher, Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Showed out last year in the playoffs. Arguably best second option in the league. Probably is, except maybe like Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
But still elite on both sides of the ball. Shooting is still not great, but he's a great get to the rim and finish guy, and his defense is great. I just think some of these other guys above him could just be number one option, guaranteed guys. Their offense is probably definitely better at this point.
I remember you thinking JB was the best player on the Celtics. That changed.
I was trolling a little bit. I mean,
Okay.
I think at times he's the best player on the Celtics. I mean, I definitely have Jason Tatum a lot higher on this list.
Because he is the number one option.
But I think last year in the playoffs, Jaylen Brown was the best player on the Celtics, to be honest. Jason Tatum was struggling a little bit, I mean, with his shot, which is obviously a massive part of his game. Of course, Jason Tatum has a lot of other things he can do, though, like playmaking, great defense. But I got JB at 7. Wanted to put him higher, but I'm projecting some great seasons for the guys above him. What about you?
Paolo is my 7. I don't.
Zion over Paolo?
Yeah.
I'm about to flip this table. No, I'm trolling.
Paolo's great. Obviously, we saw what he did last year. He led his team to the playoffs.
I got him a few.
He took him
above.
to Game 7 against the Cavs as what is his second year, but stats wise, I don't think he's gonna have a crazy leap this year. I mean, they got KCP, but the spacing on that team still isn't very good.
You don't think Franz's shot is coming back?
I think he's going to be a decent shooter, 35%. So he's going to be better, but probably just average.
Yeah.
KCP is the really only shooter on that team. Like, Suggs isn't a shooter.
No, he's not.
So, but Paolo, he's a great engine of that offense. But, no, he's not better than Zion, I don't think.
Okay. You wanna give me your number 6?
Yeah, 6 was Zion.
Okay.
Last year, he had his worst year stats-wise. But
Well,
he only averaged 31 minutes a game. They obviously had him on some type of restriction. But
31 minutes is still a lot. I mean, it's not 35, but
for a star, for the best player on your team, 31 minutes is not a lot, I don't think. But he did play 70 games, so obviously I think it was part of the plan. So he could actually play the whole season. He stayed healthy.
I see what you're saying.
But as long as he stays healthy, the guy's unstoppable on offense.
I got Zion as 6 as well.
Okay.
He's a super explosive player still, obviously, and he looks like he came in shape this year.
Bro
Which
got the
maybe he
beard
doesn't
on
have
him.
that minute
Bro,
restriction.
you got to shave that shit.
Hey, bro, don't hate on the beard. I respect you, Zion. You look good, bro.
Zion, nah, bro. You don't. It doesn't fit you. I'm sorry.
Hey, bro. To each their own. Let him rock the beard. But I think he's going to remind us exactly who he is next year, which is super explosive. I do think he might not start at the 5. Maybe they go with Daniel Tice.
I don't know, but I'm excited to see him at the 5.
I do really want to see him at the 5. I think it's going to look good for their offense. Maybe the defense is going to be a little bit tough because Zion, as great of a defender as he was in college, he hasn't really put the defensive side of the ball together in the NBA yet. Of course, he's so athletic. He's going to get some great contests and some great blocks, but he's not always in the position that he needs to be.
If they do play him a lot at 5, it's going to be weird because
I mean, his rim protection isn't like I don't think people are exactly afraid to drive on him right now.
No, exactly. They're not. Like, yeah, he's super athletic and he can shot block, but he's not really a big man.
Exactly. He's what, 6'6",
Yeah, he's
6'7"?
6'6".
Yeah, I think he might be a tad over 6'6", because 6'6" is tiny in the NBA, I feel like.
Yeah, but he's still super strong, so that's why I feel like, they can play him down there.
Yeah.
Bang low with the centers. I don't know. I don't know if I love it or I hate it because he banging down low, he could get injured. But at the same time, the offense is going to be unstoppable if you have
Facts.
4 shooters on the court and Zion against the center.
Another reason I don't think he's going to start the season at the 5, Trey Murphy's not going to be playing in the start of the season. He fucked up his leg or something.
So, yeah.
But
Start Types or Yee's Missy.
I'm going to start with my number 5. That's Paolo Banchero. Big body playmaker, driver with a smooth mid-range game as well. I know, great playmaker. I wouldn't say great, but very good playmaker, especially for his position.
Who's a better playmaker, him or Zion?
Give me Paolo.
Just like that?
Yeah, I mean, Zion's pretty good playmaker, but I'm taking Paolo.
Okay.
I mean, I think Paolo, I said it before on the show, he's like a mix of LeBron and Carmelo. I think he's got better vision than Zion.
Zion's his own player. You can't compare him to nobody.
Nah, you can, like
Charles
Sean Kemp.
Barkley.
Sean Kemp and
Okay,
Charles
yeah.
Barkley, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think he's going to be leading one of the best defenses in the league as
Zion
well.
is a good playmaker, though.
He is, but I'm still taking Paolo over him.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know exactly what they're averaging assist-wise because
No, I
I'm
don't
looking
know
that
either.
up. But I just think my eye test has shown me Paolo's a better playmaker. He's great at the drive and kick. And, again, he's going to be leading one of the best defenses in the league at the ripe old age of 22.
Yeah.
Paolo is a little bit underrated for me at this point, dude.
He's very
people got to
very
be
good.
talking about him like they talk about LeBron.
Chill.
Let me stop. No, I'm
He's
kidding.
not. He's
Let me
got
not
a lot
say
of
he's-
potential.
Let me not say
that
he's
good.
underrated. He just doesn't get enough coverage, dude. He doesn't
That's
get
probably
enough
for
coverage.
the Magic. That's why.
Yeah, I do think with the floor spaced out a little bit more because of KCP, he's going to look even better. Another person that he can kick out to and they can actually hit the shot because a lot of times last year he's kicking out to bricks,
Yeah.
and that's tough.
Yeah. Number 5, I have JB, Finals MVP, Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
I mean, we know. I mean, like,
Here's a question for you though: if you place Jaylen Brown on that Magic team, you think they're a playoff team?
it's they play completely different positions.
I get that, but slide Franz down to the 4, put JB at the 3. It's just
The team is at this point they're building the team around Paolo.
I know it's just a question. Do you think they're a playoff team?
Do I think they're a playoff team if JB's on the Magic?
Yeah.
They're probably a playing team.
Playing.
They're probably a little bit worse.
I'm just taking Paolo as a number 1 guy every time over
Paolo
JB.
as a number 1 guy 100% over JB.
So
But at this point in their career, Paolo's not going to be the number 1 guy that can lead you to anywhere past the second round. And JB is, like you said, is one of the best second options in the league. So in their role right now, Jaylen Brown is the better player.
I respect it. I just wanted your opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's my take on it. But yeah, we know what Jaylen Brown brings on offense and defense. He's probably the best perimeter defender on this list right now. If Kawhi's healthy, obviously, but
I mean, yeah, I'll give him that. Best perimeter only.
yeah, best perimeter defender on this list. But number 4, is that what we're on? I've got his teammate Tatum.
Okay.
I think they're so close to each other. Obviously, Tatum is the guy on that team. He did average 30 last year, and he is still a great defender in himself. Great playmaker, too. JB did win the Finals MVP, but no, Tatum is number 4.
My number 4 is LeBron James.
Wow.
Hear me out. Obviously, LeBron is still that guy.
The
but
GOAT.
Hear me out. I think J.J. Redick's going to install a little bit more of a team offense, and I think AD is going to be a little bit more of the number 1 option.
We're talking about LeBron James
I
here.
know, but what is he, 38 now?
He's 40 at this point.
Is he? I think he is 40, actually. Bro, of
You don't
course
think
he's
he'd get
LeBron
that
James.
aura boost playing with his son?
I just think His defense is going to be a little bit more questionable. Obviously, it hasn't been great over the last few years, and I think Anthony Davis is going to take more of the number one option role on offense. I don't think LeBron's going to come out here and average 28.
You got him at 4?
I got him at 4. And it's literally just because I think it's going to be more of a team offense. JJ Redick is in first year as a coach. I think he's going to try to, make his mark a little bit. Hear me out, bro. It just makes sense that you're not going to put all the pressure on 40-year-old LeBron to be your whole offense like they have every single year because of Darvin Ham, Bucks coach, the Bucks with the worst coaching staff in the league, Doc Rivers and Darvin fucking Ham, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just, it's no shot at LeBron. It's no hate at all. I just think the other guys are going to be a little bit more involved.
I agree with you. The offense is going to be a lot better with Redick. But we saw a guy who sat on the bench for Team USA and didn't do shit. And then we saw a guy who led the team to gold. You have the guy sitting on the bench.
I'm not projecting
over the GOAT,
Olympics.
LeBron James.
I'm not projecting the Olympics, bro. I'm projecting the season for next year. And the Lakers are going to be trash. Honestly, that's part of my ranking. Lakers
Really,
are going to be trash.
You don't think the Lakers? I don't remember.
I think I project them as a 10 seed. No,
the Rockets are going to be better.
I think they were my 9 seed. I think the Rockets were my 10 seed. But shoot, dude, I would not be surprised at all if the Rockets looked better than the Lakers. I mean,
I would.
The Rockets had one of the best defenses in the league last year.
They have a great young core. They're going to have a lot more energy.
One of the best defenses in the league last year, and we just added a shooter like Reed Shepherd. It's scary.
No, you guys are going to be good.
I'm glad you're finally coming around now that we're on camera. You got to admit it. You can't get exposed for hating the Rockets, bud.
I've never hated them. Last year, you said they're guaranteed a playoff team.
I said play in.
And they weren't.
They were one game
You said they
away.
were going to be a 6th seed after the first 2 months of the season when Bleacher Report had them power ranked in the top 15, and I told you they were going to fall off.
They were power ranked top 5, I'm pretty sure.
I told you they were going to fall off.
They were 8-0 to start the year. I got a little excited, bud.
But nah, I had them as a play-in team, I believe. I think I had them 10.
No.
Yeah, I had them 10.
No, you didn't.
I can look at my list
11.
right now.
I'll literally clip in the video.
I'm pretty sure I had the Clippers at 11.
You want to bet?
I had the Rockets at 11.
And you had the Clippers at 13, right?
Clippers at 12.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I had them at 11.
That's all I'm saying. You had the Suns over them.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure we bet $50.
We did.
Was that on that or an Eastern Conference one? I can't recall.
It had to be the West.
I think it was Hornets Bulls for some reason.
We might have done 2 bets.
We got to watch it back, but
no, we definitely made the Suns Rockets bet. I know that for sure.
I think I might have bet $5 on that and $50 on the East one.
I don't think so, but we can watch it back.
I'm gonna clip in the footage when I edit this shit.
But anyways, so Braun was your 4.
Braun's at my 4.
Disrespecting the GOAT.
I'm not disrespecting him, bro.
Nah, he's not the
Father
GOAT.
Time has to catch up eventually.
He said he's got a lot of gas in the tank.
I think AD is going to take the lead on offense. The only way that he still has
they've
gas
been saying
in the
that
tank,
for 4 years since AD got there.
LeBron James Jr. is going to take the lead on offense. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, he was cooking in preseason.
No, he was not.
I know, he was 0 for 4. He blocked Rob Dillingham, though. He got a chase down classic Braun move.
Cut it out.
Learned it from his daddy.
Cut it out, man.
But
who you got at 3?
3, I've got KD.
I got KD at 3 too.
KD, I mean, there's not much to say about KD.
We know who he is.
Yeah.
Absolutely offensive weapon, pure scorer.
But you think the Suns are going to miss the playoffs?
Yeah.
So how the fuck do you have him over Braun?
Because he's still KD.
You think they're both going to miss the playoffs?
I think I had the Lakers at like 9, but, KD doesn't have AD. He has Book. That defense on the fucking Suns is so ass. Not to mention they have literally no rotational players like at all except like Grayson Allen, which he should be starting for them because, of course, Bradley Beal's going to start because politics and money. But
yeah, he's going to
the
start.
Suns are just such a bum organization. Matt Ishbia is a joke of an owner.
He is
James
stupid.
Jones is a terrible GM, in my opinion. And I don't even...
Hey,
who's their
KD
coach?
going to the Rockets.
Who's their coach? Budenholzer?
Yeah, they hired Budenholzer.
Fuck
He's a good
Budenholzer.
coach.
He makes no adjustments. He's not a good coach. I watched him on the Bucks. There's a reason he got fired right after his brother
better
died.
than Adrian Griffin and Doc Rivers, though.
Maybe, yeah, but I mean...
100%.
I don't know. Doc Rivers has a chip. I mean, so does Budenholzer.
With the Bucks.
Yeah, but Budenholzer had Giannis.
Yeah, but Doc Rivers has a big 3.
That's facts.
Plus Rondo.
That's facts. Okay. I mean... I don't think either of them are great coaches, in my opinion. But
I think Budenholzer.
I got
right
KD
now is
here
a
because
little
I think KD is going to be the number one option number one, number two on some nights.
I mean,
For that
KD's always the
offense.
number one option.
That's my point. LeBron, in my
So is
opinion,
he.
I'm not projecting him to be the number one option for his team next year.
What do you mean by number one
I
option?
think AD
LeBron's
is
gonna have the ball in his hands more than anybody.
more as a point guard for me this year.
Yeah, but
I think he's gonna be trying to get
controlling the game.
Yeah, no doubt. But his defense is going to be shite. And
So is KD's though.
no,
They're both washed. No,
KD's definitely
neither of them are washed, but as defenders,
KD still can he's got so much length. He can get some good contests. He can swat some shots.
yeah, I guess.
I mean, he also has more of a big man defensive role. I mean, so does LeBron. But
I guess KD's a better help defender for sure.
exactly. Thank you. You helped me put it together.
Yeah.
But that's how I got KD over LeBron. Even though I think the Suns are going to be worse, it's mostly because of the team around KD and Book. I had Book ranked super high too. I just don't think the Suns as a whole, as a team, are going to be good at all.
Number 2 is Giannis. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. I ain't glazing Bron that much. I've got Bron at 2 though. I mean, I still think he's better than Tatum, KD. If I was and going into next year, the offense is going to be better. I think JJ Redick understands the modern game a lot better than Darvin Ham.
I think it's going to be better because it's going to be LeBron getting everybody else involved, scoring less.
I mean, he's still going to average 26 to 25 to 28.
I'll give him 25 to 24.
I mean, it's LeBron James.
I know it's
gonna
LeBron.
score.
He's probably going to average, if I had to project, on the high end, I'll give him like 25, 8, and 9.
So you think he's going to get back in that playmaking role?
Yeah.
More
On the
than
low
scoring.
end, I'm guessing like 24, 7, and 6. Not 6. 24, 7, and 7. I think that's fair.
The last
for
time he
LeBron at
averaged
40 years
24
old.
was his rookie year.
Yeah, and he's 40. That was 20 years ago.
He averaged 25, 7, and 8 last year.
So I don't think it's crazy for me to say on the low end this year I'm projecting 24, 7, and 7.
That's not bad at all.
Exactly.
But
So-
LeBron James, I'm taking him over Tatum.
I got Tatum at 2. I expect him to have a chip on his shoulder even after the championship. I expect him to have a fantastic year shooting-wise because he did struggle in the playoffs.
There's a lot of
shooting.
noise around him.
There's a lot of noise around him, and I think he's gonna he's gonna come in like aggressive. He's gonna come in hungry.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to prove it more. I think Jason Tatum's gonna be.
Think he wants to go out and win MVP?
I think he's gonna get some MVP votes.
Just like
That's what I was
last
about
year.
to say. He's gonna get some MVP votes, and I think he's just really gonna solidify himself as the number 2 forward in the league next year. I don't think there's anyone else who can take it from him. KD and LeBron are on the downslide. Paolo maybe.
Not for next year, but in the future.
No,
yeah.
definitely not next year.
No, I see what you mean there.
But I'm not even the biggest Jason Tatum fan.
Yeah.
But I got to respect who he is. Great playmaker, great defender, and scoring is still elite, even though he struggled last year. That's the playoffs. They're keying in on Jason Tatum every game. Even struggling, I'm pretty sure he averaged more points than the finals MVP, Jaylen Brown.
I'm not
Efficiency
sure.
looked pretty trash, but
Yeah. But
I got to put Tatum up there just because what I'm projecting him to be. Number 1 team in the East.
yeah, I mean, he is projecting to be, like you said, the next big young star forward in the league. Obviously, Giannis.
I mean, he already
there.
is, though.
He already is.
I'm just saying he's going to be the number 2 forward, solidified.
For next year.
Yeah. I think he's going to really lock that in.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Except LeBron and KD are still them guys, but
I mean, there's still them guys. I got them at 3 and 4. I
Yeah.
just don't think they're going to be.
Tatum's defense definitely is better than both theirs.
And his offense is basically just as good, if not better.
I
mean,
wouldn't
not
say
KD,
that. I
but-
trust. It's just
Obviously,
with the ball in
LeBron's
my
got him in
hands. I trust
playmaking.
both KD and Brown over them.
I mean, he just won you a championship with the ball in his hands. He was basically playing point guard for the Celtics. I don't know what you mean.
Point guard, I don't know about that, but
He basically was playing point
at
guard.
the same time,
He
if
was the
Braun
one-
had a roster like the Celtics, them
Oh.
motherfuckers are going to the finals, and Braun's winning Finals MVP
Maybe when he was Jason Tatum's age.
right now.
Right now?
If
I
Bra-
think
if
you're
you
wrong.
swap, if Braun's on the Celtics, they're
Is,
better.
is Porzingis playing?
Yeah, he played last year, didn't he?
No, he played 2 finals games. And he didn't play anything in the playoffs. I'm talking about.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He was out the entire playoffs and then played 2 finals games and then like a half of the other game and didn't play the rest. Look it up.
Yeah, but
What I'm saying is, if you put LeBron in the situation that JT was in last year, I don't think they're making it out of the East.
What? Who the hell do they lose to?
I mean,
Not Indiana. That was the best team
let me
they
not say
faced.
making it out of the East, but I do think
They win the finals. Don't cap.
The Knicks could have beat them, bro.
Nah, because with just Brunson, bro.
Brunson was fucking cooking.
Yeah, so you think Tatum's that much better than Bronze?
I mean, that Celtics team, yeah.
What?
I don't think LeBron meshes well with Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown. He's not a shooter like that.
Neither is Tatum, bro.
Bro, just because he
Tatum-
struggled from the 3 last in the playoffs doesn't mean that the people aren't still respecting him from 3.
You don't think they're
People don't
respecting LeBron's jumper?
Not like Tatum. LeBron's not a fucking jump shooter. I mean, of course he does jump shoot a lot, and I mean he hits a lot of threes.
Yeah.
I just think Tatum's like someone's next to him on that 3-point line basically
the
99%
spacing
of the time.
difference between the Celtics and the Lakers.
I agree.
It's like you said, Derek White, top tier role player. Same with Drew Holiday.
Yeah, but I just don't think LeBron.
Jaylen Brown, perfect number 2.
I just don't feel like LeBron and Drew Holiday like worked the negative aura in that.
How does that make any sense? What do you mean?
I don't know. It's
A
just
defending
like,
guard who can
I feel like
shoot and make plays off the dribble.
I feel like you put LeBron on the Celtics without.
Why are you acting
Porzingis,
like
and
Drew
there's
can't
no
shoot?
spacing on the floor.
Why are you acting like neither of them can shoot?
It's not that they can't shoot. All I'm saying is I feel like if you put LeBron on the Celtics without Porzingis, I feel like
They
the
still
there's
got
like,
Al who can shoot.
Yeah, he can. I'm just saying they don't have any elite shooters out there. Jason Tatum is an elite shooter, even
Bro
though
is not an elite shooter, bro. In his rookie year, he was an elite shooter.
Just because he struggled in one fucking playoff run does not mean that he's not an elite shooter. He's still respected by everybody in the league.
He's respected. He's not
shooter.
an elite shooter.
All right, bro.
There's not many elite shooters in the league.
Name him.
Curry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna
Just
name.
Curry? It's just
Obviously
Curry?
not. You want me to go and look at all the elite shooters?
I'm
Isaiah
just saying
Joe.
that I think Jason Tatum is an elite shooter. I think he's respected as an elite shooter when he's on that fucking.
I want to see
line.
Tatum shooting stats.
Look him up.
Compared to LeBron's.
Okay, look him up.
Last year for the whole season, he shot 8 threes a game, and he made 3. 37%.
Jason Tatum, read
He's
his
been
career, bro.
His whole career, he's a 37% shooter from 3.
How many attempts?
On 6.7.
Okay. Now read LeBron's.
All right.
Last year and his whole career.
Obviously, in LeBron's first 10 years in the league,
Last year and his whole
he wasn't
career. Read the same stats you read for Tatum.
Last year, LeBron shot 5 threes a game, which was his lowest since
On efficiency?
2018. 41%. Bro shot 3 less threes and only made 1 less.
Hear me out, though. They ain't respecting them like that. Those are more open threes. I got to look in. I'm going to come into the next episode off B-Ball Index with some stats for you,
For
brother.
LeBron's career, he's a 34% three-point shooter.
That's ass.
Tatum was 37. And you're
Tatum's
saying
a
he's an
better
elite shooter.
I do think he's an elite shooter.
You're bugging.
Okay.
Derek White's a better shooter. Jaylen Brown's a better shooter.
Jaylen Brown's not a better shooter than Jason Tatum.
Yes, he is.
Just because he had one playoff run as a better shooter,
I think
wouldn't
he's a
call him
better shooter.
No.
Yeah.
Not what my
Let me
eyes
look up.
tell
Let me just
brother.
look up the basic 3-point stats for JB
Look him up.
just for last year. Okay, he was only 35%er, but
And
he
way
only
less
shot
attempts.
6.
Maybe not way less. Okay.
Why? But why is Tatum even shooting 8 threes a game?
Because he's an elite shooter.
Bro has never been an elite shooter.
In my opinion, he is. Obviously, in Joe Mazzulla's opinion, he is, or he wouldn't shoot 8 threes a game.
The last time he shot of a super high clip was 2020.
You don't think Jason Tatum
It was
going?
38%. After that, 35%, 35%, 37%.
Hey, bro, my opinion.
I mean, there's not an opinion about an elite shooter.
Either way, I got Giannis at 1. How about you?
Nah, we gotta talk about Giannis though, because I think at this point he has became a little bit underrated.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because everybody knows he's so OP. Like, I don't know.
They're just used to it.
It's
at
not.
This
It's
point.
yeah. It's become casual shit. Like,
Yeah. He'll drop 35, 20, and 12 assists, and they'll be like, "Oh, nice." Just typical Giannis.
Giannis, my favorite player of all time. I mean, the reason why I am a Bucks fan, but like they've
The reason
kind
you
of
became a Bulls fan?
a Bucks
You're a Bucks
fan.
fan, yeah.
No, he wasn't actually. Jabari Parker is the reason I became a Bucks fan, and then Giannis just happened to be drafted the next year, and I got to watch his entire blossoming of a player, which was very beautiful to see. I mean, I love Giannis. Definitely underrated. He just doesn't get same thing with Paulo. He just doesn't get the coverage. I wouldn't even say underrated. People kind of forget about him when they're talking about people like Jokic and Luka.
Yeah.
Giannis is up
Giannis
there with
is
those three,
right next to
if not better.
Jokic. Yeah,
I think he might be better than Jokic.
I agree.
Obviously, a lot of his game isn't as skillful as those other guys.
Hezzy, cross, pull up.
Yeah, and he's not dishing out beautiful 13 assist games like Jokic, but he is an absolutely dominant fucking force.
Yeah,
And you can't fuck with him on that court.
most dominant in the NBA right now.
Easily, by far. I can't think of one player that's even close to him domination.
Maybe Embiid, but
Embiid is a lot of midi work, jab steps, pull ups.
yeah, he
Giannis is
more
fucking
finesse.
driving and
He's a
bruising you
bully.
and dunking on you.
Yeah,
I mean,
I really hope he gets like a full healthy season with Dame, and they get to mesh together.
you
the
know
whole
how I feel
season.
about that duo. Just Giannis is in a great role, man. He's a lot better.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next couple seasons with Giannis because, like we said before, they are the oldest team in the NBA. Middleton's aging, Brook is aging.
Yeah, I kind of hate
Dame is
that roster,
aging.
dude.
I don't even know who the shooting guard is. Gary Trent, like he's just a plug and play fill-in guy.
Gary Trent, Marjon Beauchamp,
They drafted an 18-year-old.
Torian Prince, I
Oh
believe
yeah,
we
he signed with them because of Darvin Ham.
Yep. You can take both of them back, LA.
Prince is a decent role player.
Actually,
off the
I
bench.
liked Prince in LA last year, but he got too many minutes, and that's probably why I followed Darvin Ham. He's a good shooter, though, for the most part. I mean,
But if the Bucks,
I just feel so mad about the Bucks right now, even though they are such a good team. Like,
they do have Giannis.
as a fan, I'm just kind of like
they are
sick of this core.
like everyone looks at them as the fourth team in the East now, though.
I mean,
I think so.
probably.
And
I think they
that's-
can be number 2 to 3, though. I mean, anything can happen in the regular season, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all know how I feel about that duo. I've talked about it enough,
could.
but
Be out of Milwaukee in the next few years.
I'm pretty sure he has like 5 years
He
left
did
on his
just sign,
contract.
but you know
so
how superstar players are. You want to
we
lose
would
me for
literally
nothing?
never trade Giannis.
You want to
but,
lose me for nothing, or do you want to trade me for fucking 12 first round
I
picks?
guarantee you he'll never ask out of Milwaukee. He's a one-team guy.
Bro has said multiple times that he wants to win, and that's over everything.
Just putting
The
pressure.
only reason he signed the extension is because
we traded
we
for
traded for Dame,
yeah. But
which was a dog shit move, right? It's looking
it's
like
not-
right now.
It wasn't a dog shit move by any means. It just didn't
looks
work.
like
it
it
just
right
isn't
now.
working out, especially because we have fucking
And Dame does not want to be there.
Doc Rivers as a coach. We should have hired Terry Stotts.
And
I should have seen the signs when Terry Stotts quit a week into the goddamn season.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
the coaching
Dame's guy,
awful. They didn't work out all summer. How the fuck does that happen? You guys are professionals, and
Hey,
this is your
the
entire
Olympics,
job is to.
Giannis had a wedding. But no, I agree with you.
Giannis had a wedding. What a fucking month-long wedding, dude! It was 3 months long. You couldn't.
Hey, you got playing for that shit.
Crazy. I mean, I hope they look good, but as a Bucks fan, I actually do like AJ Johnson. Crazy enough,
He's not going to get any.
He's
minutes.
very close to my other top 5 favorite player in the league, Jalen Green. They're very, very close. They
They're like
know each
cousins
other.
or something.
They're not related at all. They're just like,
I thought they were cousins.
I'm pretty sure their families are pretty like intertwined, like, and they grow up together.
Okay.
And I think he has a lot of potential. Honestly,
It's just for a team that's trying to win now. It's just
I don't think he's gonna play at
A
all.
weird pick.
It is a weird
That
pick.
you're trying to win now.
I mean, I get it though. They see the super old core around them. They got to start planning ahead a little bit. I mean, as we said, Maybe Giannis
it's
does ask
championship or
out.
bust this year.
dude, if Giannis is out of Milwaukee, they're like a bottom feeder team for the
That's
rest
got to
of
be
history.
the biggest haul for a trade. You know, if you do trade him, it's got to be
Who?
the biggest haul. The Thunder, bro.
You got to remember what the
J Dub, fucking all the young players. They
That's
have 50
true.
first round
That's
picks.
true. I mean,
Giannis is going to the Thunder in the next 3 years if the
stop
Bucks
it.
don't do shit
Stop
this year.
it. You're wrong, but
Stay in
you got to
denial.
remember with the new CBA rules, it's really hard to trade those max contracts. And if you're over the second apron, which a lot of teams will be, a lot of teams that are trying to contend will be, it's really hard to make those trades. Of course, I'm not a fucking lawyer. I don't know all the exact specifics that go into it.
Yeah.
But I just know from what I've read that it's a lot more difficult to make those kind of trades. So you never know. I mean,
Yeah, you never know.
But-
yeah, Giannis, you can't understate how good he is.
no, you can't. I mean, I watched that man put up 50 points in a finals game, absolutely swat the shit out of a DeAndre Ayton fucking lob, and then go eat 50 chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A. He was a beast. No. But love Giannis. Something we want to start doing now that the preseasons come around. We're going to start assigning games for each other to watch. So we're going to pick one game throughout the week that we want the other person to watch and maybe a key player to key into. And we're going to bring the notes to you each week.
Yeah, I'll start you off.
Yeah.
On Friday night at 10 p.m., the Detroit Pistons versus the Phoenix Suns.
You
The
gave me
reason-
a bum game, dude.
No, the reason the Pistons have a lot of young players. And the other night, Jaden Ivey was balling. You know, Jaden Ivey is one of those guys that I really like.
Yeah,
and
you
he
are
has a lot of
Jaden Ivey
potential.
guy.
He was balling the other night, so I do want you to check him out.
Facts.
The Suns, a couple young guys they have. I mean,
Who?
Ryan Dunn was hooping a little
Fuck
bit.
Ryan Dunn.
Bro can be a great defender for them, though.
You're right. Let me not say fuck Ryan Dunn. I mean, here, let me get your phone because mine's recording and I can't remember.
And let me see. The Pistons have so many young players.
I mean,
so.
Ron Holland.
And they just hired a new coach too,
Um,
Bickerstaff, I believe.
JB Bickerstaff is.
So let me see how that offense is looking for him.
I think my game for you was.
And Budenholzer too.
I'm going to give you a real good game Saturday night, 8:00, Sixers Celtics.
Okay.
I want you to see how that Celtics depth looks. Take a look at Peyton Pritchard. Yeah, exactly. Take a look at Peyton Pritchard. If the big three for Philly comes out and plays together, I want you to see how they look together. Mesh wise, of course, we had a real big conversation at one point about how that team's going to look. So
in the East.
Celtics Sixers 8 p.m. Saturday night.
That's a good game.
Facts. So I got
during the regular season. Obviously, I'm not gonna fucking assign you any Pistons fucking game.
I don't care, man. Assign me a Pistons game.
For the
whenever.
preseason, they do have so many young players. I think it's
the point of
good
this
game to
is to like watch teams that you might not watch otherwise. So assign me any game you want, man. I'll be doing the same to you. You'll be watching
Wizards
some
coming,
good.
buddy. No, I wouldn't do that.
You're gonna be watching some Rocket games. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But
Rockets are gonna be a fun team to watch.
they really are. But I think we're gonna wrap it up for this week.
Yep.
Next week, top 10 centers
Yeah, this was definitely the hardest list to make.
by far.
We had a very different list.
Very different list, but we each came with reasons, and I think we both backed up what we had on the list. I had a few guys lower, you had a few guys higher. I mean, I think I'm just going more with what they consistently I've seen from them over the years. You're projecting a little bit more,
Yeah, we are
which
projecting.
I 100% respect.
Okay, yeah, but I'm excited for the Sanders list and get Jaren Jackson and Cat in there, and obviously all the best centers in the league. So
Pissed that I have to rank Cat above Sengun now because I was trying to put Sengun in that echelon, but
hey, we'll see.
shit, maybe he still is. I don't know. I gotta look into it a little bit more. But
Yeah. All right. So next Friday, we're gonna drop the centers list.
Facts. All right. Peace out, y'all.
Yep. Have a good one.